Hello, and welcome to another peaceful journey through the world of sleep animal science. Tonight, we're traveling to the misty canopy of the rainforest, where time moves differently, where the air is thick and warm, and where one of nature's most remarkable creatures lives life in the slowest lane possible. Tonight, we meet the sloth. Take a deep breath with me now, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let your shoulders drop. Let your body sink a little deeper into wherever you're resting. Because tonight, we're going to learn the gentle art of moving slowly, of resting deeply, and of finding peace in the present moment. The sloth has much to teach us, so close your eyes if you haven't already, and let's begin our journey together into the sleepy science of sloths. High above the forest floor, somewhere between 60 and 100 feet in the air, hangs a creature who has mastered something we're all searching for: peace. True, deep, unhurried peace. The sloth moves through life at approximately 0.15 miles per hour. That's about 13 feet per minute. Imagine that. In the time it takes you to walk across a room, a sloth might move the length of your arm. And here's what's beautiful about this. The sloth isn't slow because it's lazy. No, the sloth is slow because it has discovered something profound. It has learned to live in perfect harmony with its energy. You see, sloths have the lowest metabolic rate of almost any mammal on Earth. Their bodies operate at about 40 to 45% of what would be expected for an animal their size. This isn't a flaw. This is genius. Imagine your body as a battery. Most of us, we're constantly draining our battery, rushing from one thing to the next, using energy we don't always have. But the sloth has figured out how to preserve its energy, how to make every single calorie count. A sloth eats leaves. Simple, fibrous, difficult to digest leaves. These leaves don't provide much energy. So the sloth adapted. It slowed down. It rested more. It found a way to thrive, not by doing more, but by needing less. Breathe with me now. In and out. Feel how your body wants to slow down, just like the sloth. This is natural. This is right. Now let's talk about something the sloth does exceptionally well. Something you're preparing to do right now. Sleep. Sloths sleep between 15 to 20 hours a day. Think about that for a moment. 20 hours of rest. Of true, deep, restorative rest. But here's what's fascinating. Sloths don't just sleep at night like many of us do. No, they sleep in short bursts throughout the day and night. They've learned to listen to their bodies, to rest when rest is needed, to wake when waking feels right. They sleep hanging from branches, their powerful claws locked in place, so secure that even in the deepest sleep, they never fall. Imagine feeling that safe, that held, that supported by the world around you. Scientists have discovered that sloths experience both REM sleep and non-REM sleep, just like we do. During REM sleep, the sloth's brain is active, perhaps dreaming of the canopy, of leaves, of the gentle sway of branches in the breeze. And when they wake slowly. So slowly. There's no alarm clock in the rainforest. No rushing. A sloth might take several minutes just to open its eyes fully, to remember where it is, to ease back into wakefulness. We could learn from this gentle transition, this respect for the body's natural rhythms. Let your breathing deepen now. Feel your body getting heavier, more relaxed, more sloth-like. Here's something truly magical about sloths. Something that shows just how connected we all are to the world around us. A sloth's fur, that shaggy, slightly greenish fur, is actually an entire ecosystem. Living in that fur are algae, tiny plants that grow nowhere else on Earth except on sloth fur. The algae give the sloth's fur a greenish tint, helping the sloth blend into the leaves around it. But that's not all. Living among the algae are moths, sloth moths, who spend their entire lives in the sloth's fur, and beetles, and other tiny creatures. Each sloth carries an entire community, a little world, wherever it goes. The sloth doesn't mind. In fact, scientists believe the algae might actually provide nutrition to the sloth and protection from parasites. Everything in balance, everything connected. Imagine that. Imagine moving through your life so gently, so peacefully, that entire ecosystems could thrive on you. Not taking from you, but living with you, in harmony. This is the sloth's way. Slow, gentle, interconnected. And once a week, just once a week, the sloth does something remarkable. It climbs down from its tree, all the way down to the forest floor, to defecate. Now, you might wonder why. Why take the risk? The forest floor is dangerous for a sloth. Jaguars hunt there. Eagles circle above. But scientists believe this weekly journey serves a purpose. When the sloth buries its waste at the base of its favorite tree, it fertilizes that tree. It gives back. And those sloth moths we mentioned, they lay their eggs in the sloth's waste. And when the sloth climbs back up, young moths hitch a ride to continue the cycle. Everything is connected. Everything has purpose. Even the slowest, simplest acts are part of something larger. Breathe in this wisdom. Breathe out any rush, any hurry. You are exactly where you need to be. Sloths spend most of their lives upside down. They eat upside down. They sleep upside down. They even give birth upside down. To do this, their internal organs are actually attached differently than ours. Their stomach is anchored to their ribs, so it doesn't press on their lungs when they're hanging. Their liver and spleen repositioned. Their entire body redesigned for this inverted life. What looks uncomfortable to us is perfectly natural to them. They see the world from a different angle. And perhaps that changes everything. When you're upside down, the sky is below you. The earth is above. What is up? What is down? These concepts lose their meaning. There is only here, now, this branch, this moment. The sloth's heart rate is incredibly slow, about 40 to 50 beats per minute when active. When resting, it can drop to less than 30 beats per minute. Feel your own heartbeat now. Notice how it's slowing, naturally, gently, as you relax deeper and deeper. Your body knows how to do this. Just like the sloth, you have this wisdom within you. The sloth's breath is slow too. They can hold their breath for up to 40 minutes by slowing their heart rate even further. Not because they need to, but because they can. Because they've learned ultimate control over their body's rhythms. You don't need to hold your breath, but you can slow it. Breathe in slowly, counting to 4. Hold gently for a moment. Breathe out even more slowly, counting to 6. Feel the calm that comes with this, the sloth's calm. In our world, speed is celebrated. Faster internet, faster cars, faster everything. We've forgotten what the sloth knows, that sometimes slow is safe. Slow is sustainable. Slow is the only way to truly see. When a predator looks for prey in the rainforest, it looks for movement, fast movement, the rustle of leaves, the snap of a branch. But the sloth? The sloth moves so slowly that predators often don't see it at all. It becomes part of the tree, part of the stillness. This isn't hiding. This is existing at a different frequency, moving at the speed of growth instead of the speed of fear. A sloth can take 30 days to digest a single meal. 30 days. Most of that time, the food just sits in their multi-chambered stomach, slowly being broken down by bacteria. The sloth doesn't rush this process. It can't, and it doesn't need to. Three-toed sloths eat mostly leaves from the cecropia tree. Two-toed sloths have a more varied diet, but still mostly leaves. Simple food, uncomplicated, found right where they live, so they rarely need to travel far. Imagine needing so little, wanting so little, finding everything you need right where you are. The sloth has a body temperature that fluctuates with its environment, between 86 and 93 degrees Fahrenheit. It doesn't waste energy maintaining a constant temperature like we do. Instead, it sunbathes when it needs warmth and rests in shade when it needs to cool down. Living with nature, not against it. Adapting, always adapting, with grace. Now, you might think that because sloths are slow, they must be weak. But this is where the sloth surprises us. A sloth can hang from a branch using just one arm for hours without tiring. Their grip strength is extraordinary. Scientists estimate a sloth can support up to 3 times its body weight with just its claws. Those claws, between 3 and 4 inches long, are curved and sharp, and once they close around a branch, they lock. The sloth doesn't have to use muscle to hold on. The structure of their tendons does the work. They can literally sleep without fear of falling. Imagine having that kind of security, that kind of trust in your own design. And when threatened, when there's absolutely no other choice, a sloth can move fast. Not fast by our standards, but fast for a sloth. And those claws, those powerful arms, they're formidable weapons. A sloth can fight. It just chooses not to. It chooses peace, whenever peace is possible. This is true strength. Not the strength to fight, but the strength to remain calm, to conserve energy, to know when action is needed and when stillness serves better. Feel that strength in your own body now. You don't need to be tense to be strong. Your body is holding you, supporting you, just like the sloth's body supports it on the branch. You can let go. You can trust. You are safe. When a mother sloth gives birth, she does so while hanging from a branch. The baby sloth, no bigger than a human hand, falls about a foot through the air before grabbing onto its mother's fur. From that moment, the baby clings to its mother for months, learning, watching, slowly discovering what leaves are good to eat, what branches are safe, how to move through the world at the perfect pace. The baby nurses, nestled in its mother's fur, warm and safe. And when it's finally ready, when it's grown enough, the mother sloth will leave her baby in a tree, often part of her own territory, and move on. Not because she doesn't care, but because the baby is ready. ready to hang alone, ready to find its own rhythm. Scientists have discovered that baby sloths inherit their mother's preferences, her favorite trees, her tested routes through the canopy. Knowledge passed down, not through words, but through time spent together, through observation, through presence. This is how wisdom transfers in the sloth's world. Slowly, experientially, gently. What wisdom are you carrying with you? What have you learned from those who came before? What slow knowledge lives in your body, in your patterns, in the way you move through the world? Honor that now. Honor the time it took to learn, the patience required to grow. Here's something that surprises most people. Sloths are excellent swimmers. When the rainforest floods, when rivers rise, sloths drop from the trees into the water below and swim. They use the same slow, methodical movements they use in trees. Each stroke deliberate, each breath measured, and they can swim 3 times faster than they can move on land. In the water, they're graceful. The water supports their weight, reduces the burden of gravity. They can travel between trees, cross rivers, find new territory, all while moving at their own unhurried pace.
This reminds us that we're all more capable than we appear. That in the right environment, in the right element, we can move with surprising grace. We just need to find our water, our place of flow. For you, right now, this bed, this quiet moment, this is your water. Here, you can float. You can let go. You can move gently towards sleep, knowing you're supported, knowing you're safe. The water holds the sloth. This moment holds you. Sloths are gardeners of the rainforest, though they don't know it. As they move slowly through the canopy, their fur gardens of algae and moss spread. Seeds stick to their fur, travel with them, drop in new locations. The trees they fertilize weekly grow stronger. Scientists have discovered that trees regularly visited by sloths have different nutrient profiles, healthier growth patterns. The sloth gives back to the forest just by being itself, just by following its slow, simple patterns. Every creature has a role. Every being contributes. Even by moving slowly, even by sleeping 20 hours a day, the sloth is essential to its ecosystem. You too are essential. Your presence matters. The slow work you do, the rest you take, the way you move through your days, all of it contributes to the larger pattern. You don't have to rush to matter. You don't have to do more to be enough. You are enough, exactly as you are, right now. Let that truth sink deep into your bones, into your muscles. Let it relax every part of you. You are enough. You have always been enough. We talked earlier about the sloth's weekly journey to the forest floor. Let's return to that for a moment, because there's something profound in this ritual. On the ground, the sloth is vulnerable. It can barely walk. Its legs, designed for hanging and gripping, drag beneath it as it crawls toward the base of its tree. It takes several minutes to travel just a few feet. Any predator could find it. Any eagle could strike. This is the most dangerous thing a sloth does. And yet, it does it anyway, every week, like clockwork. Because some acts, even dangerous ones, are necessary, are right, are part of the cycle. The sloth doesn't avoid this journey out of fear. It takes it, slowly, cautiously, but it takes it. And when it's done, when it's climbed back to safety, it rests. It has completed what needed completing. It can be still again. Sometimes we too must do things that feel vulnerable. Leave our safe branches, touch ground, be seen in our slowness, in our struggle. And that's okay. That's part of the journey. But right now, you're back in your tree, back in your safe place. The vulnerable part is done. Now you can rest.
Scientists have studied sloths for decades, trying to understand how they survive with so little. And what they've found is remarkable. A sloth's muscle mass is about 30% less than similar-sized mammals. They've traded muscle for efficiency. They'll never be fast, but they'll never waste energy either. Their diet of leaves provides so few calories, between 150 to 200 calories per day, that they've learned to make every single calorie count. No excess, no waste. Perfect balance. Even their body temperature regulation is minimal. While our bodies burn calories constantly to maintain 98.6 degrees, the sloth lets its temperature drift. It saves that energy for what matters, for digestion, for climbing, for holding on. This is wisdom, knowing what's essential and letting go of everything else. As you drift toward sleep, your body is doing something similar. It's letting go of muscle tension, lowering your heart rate, slowing your breath, conserving energy for the deep work of rest, of healing, of restoration. Your body is wiser than you know. Just like the sloth's body, it knows exactly what to do. You can trust it. Let it work. Let it rest. Each sloth has a favorite tree, a home tree. They know every branch, every leaf, every safe spot to rest. This tree isn't random. It's chosen. It provides the right food, the right shelter, the right height. And the sloth returns to it again and again, not because it has to, but because it has found what works. Why search for more when you've found enough? In your life, you have your trees too, your safe places, your routines, your comforts. These aren't boring. They're not settling. They're wisdom. You've found what works for you, what nourishes you, what helps you rest. Honor those places, those people, those quiet moments that feel like home. And right now, this moment, this is your branch, your safe place to hang, your spot to close your eyes and simply be. The forest around you can be noisy. The world can rush and scramble below. But up here, in your tree, there's only stillness, only peace, only the gentle sway of branches in an evening breeze. You've climbed high enough. You've done enough today. Now, like the sloth, you can rest. 20 hours if you need it. However long feels right. There's no rush. There never was. And so, as we come to the end of our journey tonight, let's take 3 slow breaths together. Sloth breaths. Unhurried. Full. Peaceful. Breathe in. 1. Filling your lungs slowly. Completely. Breathe out. Letting go of the day. Of any tension. Of any thought that doesn't serve your rest. Breathe in. 2. Feeling your body heavy, supported, safe on your branch. Breathe out, sinking deeper, releasing more, becoming still. Breathe in. 3. One last deep breath of this peaceful forest air. Breathe out and let yourself drift, like a sloth drifting into one of those 20 hours of perfect rest. You are safe. You are supported. Your claws are locked around the branch of this moment, and you cannot fall. The world will be there tomorrow. The forest will still be green. The leaves will still be there to eat. But right now, there is only this breath, this stillness, this perfect, slow peace. Thank you for joining me tonight in the sleepy science of sloths. May you sleep as deeply, as peacefully, and as long as you need. Good night and sweet dreams from all of us at Sleep Animal Science. The rainforest is quiet now, and so can you be. Rest well, dear friend. Rest well.